be the best, simple and plain. That's why I play the game. To be the best, you have to win. And that's what drives me.
He's the best player in the game. It's just that simple.
Yo, what it do, good people? Back with another vid. Need y'all to like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and spam that comment section. You coming through the door, kick your shoes off, kick your feet up. Time to get comfortable. If you with the negative energy, please exit the building. We got 607 unks sit down with pastor and the priest. This is for fair use, YouTube, fair use only, commentary purposes only.
Okay, but you have to understand words in order to understand. Like I said, we don't know words. I don't know words. So you're right and wrong. Right? It's just him. If I'm in trouble, I don't need you to be deep on me. If I'm in no, I get it. So is it tell me to get out? If a young man comes to me and he don't know understand everybody, and he need to understand life, we're gonna go and understand morality in layman's terms and break it down to them. A young man and a young woman should know what's between right and wrong. If they don't, that's what we come in.
There's no such thing as right or wrong. Everything got a balance.
He says no such thing.
So, all right. Next question.
That's what he said.
Everything got a balance.
Right and wrong.
Okay, we get it.
Okay.
There ain't no morality. Y'all saying there is morality.
Ain't no right or wrong. Everything has a balance. Do y'all believe in that? Not in this lifetime. Not what we going through. They make it a right and a wrong, the good and the bad.
Morality. We on to the next one. Why does God let us suffer?
Why does God love suffering?
Why does he let us suffer?
Oh, I'll tell you why. And
he said self-feel?
God.
No, why does God let us suffer?
Hold on. He said, why what?
God let us suffer the same way.
Oh, no, so that's a good question.
God let us suffer for one reason. The same thing we should do. God just is.
Man, it look like this nigga got on the orange jail jumpsuit. But I want to know why he got this bandana on. He looked like a fool. No disrespect. He might be a real pastor. I don't know, but he looked like a fool with this bandana on. I ain't never seen a pastor or a preacher with a bandana on like this.
Observe. See, we think loving is taking control of your creations. See, God understands the true thing with your creation and let it go and let it keep on creating. Right? He give it kind of like free will. And I ain't talking about the God that he talking about, the God that gonna go to heaven and scream hallelujah for 13,000 years. I thought, oh, if you be good, right? So I don't want to be good for that, right? And the truth of the matter is this, that everything comes from one place. And he's neither good nor bad. But he create, he let it do what it decided to do. So if it decided to be a priest and lie to the people, if it decided,
wait a minute, he ain't just call this man out and put him on the spot. And why this man got the George Jefferson back there?
To be a church and continue to lie to the people, or decide to be me. And I guess no, I don't lie to nobody. Like, wait, only lie to everybody. I do. If it's I'm better than Muhammad Ali, I'm better than Buddha. I'm better than what the other name? Yeah, Malcolm X, and I'm better than Martin Luther King. I got a better drink.
What the hell?
Dream is what?
Okay.
My dream is to make all the white things be
just like. So can I answer that too?
Yeah, that's why you let it suffer.
Why did God answer the first of all?
In order for you to suffer, in order for you to love, you must know to suffer.
No. Okay.
And I got a question for everybody in the comment section. Do y'all believe that it's another place where it's nothing but positive energy, where it's not no good or no bad, everything is just positive? Let me know if y'all think it's a place like that in the comment section.
That make it so more, you know what I'm saying? In order for you to love, sometimes you love, your suffers come in different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Losing a loved one, loving someone, or someone not loving you. So suffer can come in different perspectives, okay? And so even God, you know what I'm saying?
Why you looking like that? Look at Uncle like he off a perk 30.
Give us a demonstration, you know what I'm saying? Even from a biblical text of suffering, of what Jesus went through. He suffered.
That's like a perk. That nigga look like he off that white girl.
For the atonement for the sins of the world. So suffering plays a part in our lives, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to being hurt, disappointed, and things like that. But, you know what I'm saying, suffering also build.
I'm suffering. Listen to this.
You know what?
No, you got
me suffering over her, gang.
no.
Well, let me say this here. Way
Let
you
him
stop
talk.
suffering. But let me help you. Suffering is based on your belief system. It's not necessary what we say is suffering is. If you believe something to be wrong, it is wrong to you. If I say I'm on a sad day, I don't like the day and it's raining outside, I call that suffering. Or I could lose someone, but the Bible says when one died to rejoice. But we're doing the opposite. So if your belief system is wrong, if you believe that losing a loved one is wrong and you don't believe that they're going in a good place, then you're going to feel like you're suffering because it's in your mindset. If you lose a job and you feel like you done lost your job and you don't know what you're going to do, but you don't know you lost that job that where you can own your own business. So you're looking at suffering based on your belief. If he feel like he got to get money to win a woman or get a woman,
He do.
and
He do. He need money.
and she play him, and she play him out of his money, and he feel bad about it. That's a belief.
That was a good one.
But he's suffering because he done tricked off the money.
Yeah, all the time.
But you got somebody that ear tricky and feel like they're getting what they push. It's a different. It's really your belief system. Let me let you not come.
So it's all about perspective and your belief system.
You gonna have to no. You gonna have to pay for a woman. You know you married. You gonna have to let's get to it though. Let's get to it. Let the pastor talk. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm gonna do you out. It comes in when God gave man a free will. And so if I can't say my thing, why does God allow people to suffer free will? Then man cannot choose what he want to do. So God intent to put the tree of knowledge, good and evil in the garden. He knew man, no goddamn tree. He knew man, whatever you call it, but it gave you the ability to open up your mind to make a decision right or wrong. So a lot of time when people don't understand, God is all knowing. He know everything. So it was his design. The moon do what God, it wakes up and do what it put. The sun do, the moon, the God, the earth, everything do what God created to do. Man is the only creation that God created to do what he wanted to do, and outside the all. And so we have a free will. And so this is how we able to do what we do. So
he ain't never just do that in the camera while this man talking. Why are they playing with the spirits like that? That's crazy. And watch this nigga.
When you talking about why do God allow people, so I hope you ain't doing no booger stuff. Oh, come on, gang, you talking. But I know, cause you so feel you got them toes like and counting and stuff. I'm just saying, I don't know what you got from. Come on, I would beat your club and everything. But back to what I was saying is that a lot of people, you know, he burned leave money.
Come on, gang, do your thing.
Okay, I hope you ain't doing no reason.
Do your thing, gang.
Okay, we gonna get bunch. Hold on. I gotta ask you this.
Well, do what y'all do. Come on. He asked no question.
You know what? You gonna burn Mike right? That's a ritual. You do ritual. Well, I'm so glad I got.
Oh, so he's the pastor.
I don't know what he doing. But I rebuke them.
I got a question about that though.
Let's go.
Okay. But
what's going on with rituals?
Man, listen, I don't believe in nothing that man uses as religion or something that empowers. I give God already. You understand that? You don't understand.
Do you believe that communion is a ritual?
It's a barbarian. Ask a question.
Do you believe that?
How both of them getting into it? So they both got different beliefs. So this pastor and this priest both got different beliefs. Of course. Okay, so he the pastor, he the priest. That's why he dressed like that. But this nigga got on the jail. You could tell he look like a jail, one of them jail jumpsuit top. This nigga look funny as hell. So this the priest, but they faking because this look. He just looks sad sitting up here like this. Look at him. And look at Unc's face.
Communion is a ritual.
So what I'm about to say, and I'm through with it. You suffer because you have a free will. If men didn't have free will, we'll be a bunch of robots. We'll obey God. Nobody wouldn't hurt each other. Everybody be kind, and there won't be no suffering. There won't be no. We got smoke. It comes with suffering.
I get fried for all this.
Back to the ritual.
I'm suffering because he got all this stuff on. He ain't no power. He got no power. This doesn't. This is
hey.
But this is the like
he said he got all that stuff on, but no power.
I said I got to explain this. You know what I'm saying? Again, real fast. This just remind me of what God brought me from. It's like a kufi, which kufi just means one that walks with God or one that has the God's presence in their lives. Okay, this is just a prayer shot. These are friends. Hold on.
What you got? You a suffering?
That's what I'm saying. So I suffer.
Or you a crip? Or you a trip?
Look, I'm
He a trip. A real trip.
see.
Okay, they added that question there. We don't know.
But at the end of the day, I have power in me. And if someone need prayer, I'm a priest. I'm a street priest. I pray. And just like I pray for you.
You a street priest? This is so disrespectful. This is crazy. I never seen a black priest.
I pray for out of all the nonsense y'all be talking about, I still pray for you because I'm the street.
Hey, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. That's what's up. That's what's up. Back to rituals.
Go ahead.
Back to rituals. Bishop.
What a roast.
Bishop, do you consider communion a ritual?
What'd you say?
Do you consider communion a ritual? Drinking the blood and eating the flesh, metaphorically.
Well, people don't.
Jesus, they drunk Jesus' blood.
That's what we talking about.
Jesus' blood.
No, that's what I don't even know the try to explain it.
Yeah.
But that's what that means. That ain't what that means.
He said this motherfucker don't even know the Bible trying to explain the Bible.
Let the pastor answer. Let the pastor answer.
Okay, I'm gonna let the pastor.
I gotta get fried.
Man, you got this call on.
I can't do all this talking.
Don't filibuster. No. Okay, the Bible says, drink of my blood. You know what I'm saying? And eat of my flesh. Okay, that's what the Bible says. You gonna run around
right next to the priest and the pastor. What is going on here? I couldn't get jiggy with this, man. I can't.
I'm gonna somebody, he gonna drink their blood and eat their flesh. Cause he took. That's what the Bible says. No. He speaking of symbolic. He was talking about.
I want to talk about blood.
It was gonna be broken.
Now I want to talk about blood.
For the remission of sin, the blood gonna be shed. And when it's talking about his body is broken and eating my flesh, he's talking about how they gonna crucify him. So when people like him that eating my sin, the blood.
I want to talk about blood.
It was gonna be broken.
Now I want to talk about blood.
For the remission of sin, the blood gonna be shed. And when it's talking about his body is broken and eating my flesh, he's talking about how they gonna crucify him. So when people like him that try to understand the Bible in the natural mind, they'll misrepresent the gospel.
Look at this man tattoos, and he talking about he's a street priest. Why is they playing with spirituality like this? Why is they playing with God like this? Like they making themselves look like a fool. Like look at this man with this bandana on. I'm not calling you no goddamn priest.
He'll go out there and somebody, he'll cut them, drink their blood, he'll fry them, maybe put them on the grill and eat their flesh.
You want to talk about blood?
And sure enough, him, he don't
tell everybody what to do.
No, we got to be careful. That ain't what they're talking about.
I'm gonna tell everybody.
They're talking about Jesus gonna be crucified. So please, man, don't go and cut.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Drink their blood. You the major interpretation.
I'm gonna tell you what to do with the
blood.
Actually,
don't you know?
Because all blood.
A preacher like me to come on this. You know, I'm glad I'm not closed-minded because they said, so what you doing on this? Paul said he became all things. I like to hear of people like them, how they think.
I'll tell you about blood.
That's bad energy, though. If you a real pastor, why would you want to surround yourself with that type of energy? Because look at them. You could tell, like, I don't know, man. This is crazy. And for them to play with the spirits like this, that's crazy. They say we in a spiritual war right now, so, man. You got a man that's giving his own perspective of everything. And then you got a priest sitting next to him. And then you got the pastor.
If I didn't meet people like
blood,
I wouldn't have nothing to preach on.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
The word I tell you.
He said he wouldn't have nothing to preach on. You can preach about positive things. You don't gotta like everything don't gotta be because you get your vibration from these people to speak on what you're speaking on. Your family can give you the energy to preach. Just by your granddaughter graduating or your daughter graduating, going off to college, or your daughter having a daughter, like you can preach about certain things. You don't have to get the energy from all negative shit to preach. That's why I tell y'all got to be careful of these people. Be careful. Be careful.
Tell you about blood.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna see what he got to say, and then we're gonna leave it at that. And y'all can go over there to 607 Uncle Official YouTube And y'all can go subscribe, like, share.
Hey, tell me. Do you drink it?
Or the Africans that
They believe
that we good to them.
you gotta find an innocent animal. Okay.
You didn't know that. Oh,
A cat.
Just getting it for laugh.
A dog.
I gotta let it go.
Anything green. You gotta find a river. You gotta find a river that go one direction.
Where did you get that information?
But first, you gotta kill the cat, the dog. You gotta shred it and break its bones down little bitty pieces and put it in the water.
What you gonna do with it?
And let it float. And the piece that end up at the end, you take it, you put it on your neck, and you wear it forever. And you will never die. You will never be killed. Thanks to the God of war.
And this is why we suffer free
What the fuck is he talking about?
will. See how free able to say some crazy stuff and get away with it?
Crazy.
Free will.
But it ain't no difference from people going to church and they feeling good for the moment, but then they got to go back home and deal with what they went to church to try to heal from, you know, because they still got to deal with it. You got to pay rent and you don't got the money. If the church didn't help you to get the money, you got to go home and still figure out how you're going to get that money. This is crazy. But y'all like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification bell. If y'all, like I said, if y'all want to go see the rest of that, go over there to 607 on page. I'm not going to do too much. I wasn't even supposed to go that long on this video. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. We the People TV. I'm gone.